皆さんどうも、ライトと申します。Hey everyone, I'm Light and welcome. I really hope this is your last video you watch on learning Japanese and just take action, because I'm gonna share my best method of learning Japanese of over 10 years now, and I'm past the JLPT books. I don't like seeing the books anymore, but you know, it's necessary, especially if you want a job and you need that certificate. But I often find that most people have a gold mine, you know, like manga, anime, games, the culture, and the music also, and you often skip over the fun part of learning Japanese and actually learn the Japanese which is already there, right? So if you're learning for the test, I get that, but I also think you should blend it with fun, because most people, they just quit learning Japanese because it's too hard, or it's too kind of boring, it's too time consuming. So you want to kind of balance the fun with the learning. So let me give you an example. Let's say you really like Death Note, right? I do. Now, you read this Death Note. Now you don't know hiragana or katakana yet. You see this in katakana and you search. It's your job to search. That's how you study. You make like the masters of Japanese, they make the most mistakes. As I always say, keizoku wa chikara nari. So perseverance is power when it comes to learning, because you want to drill and do a lot of repetition work. Desu noto. Now what you do is you get the Anki Flashcard application, because you're not going to just memorize everything. You need to drill it and you need to connect it to things you like, right? So it's a psychology kind of trick. You can just follow anything you like, anything you're interested in. You're going to learn, I don't know how many times. Let's just give a random number. 6.8 times faster, right? And what you do in the Anki, it's free on some devices. You at the top you input this is the word, and at the bottom you say this is the answer. Great. And you do that every single day. Now, just before you open up the book, you look at the cover. What can I learn from the cover? Over here you have some names. You can search those. The internet is free almost today. At the back you see, okay, what's this kanji? What's this? What's that? What's this? Oh, okay, this is the kanji for yen. I really need to memorize this. What is this tax thing over here? Plus tax. What? And then you read something about the story. I must admit, Death Note, the font is pretty deathly on your eyes. It's very small, so I used to read this in the day. But yeah, so there you go. You already created 5 flashcards, and you do that every single day. You're excited to read the story. You've watched the manga, you've watched the anime, right? And so you go to the first page, and oh, by the way, on the right, there's more. Let's go through those. Okay, those are names. I'm not interested in names. I'm interested in actual words I need to know. And you search them using a free application. You can pay for great ones, but I've never paid for any Japanese dictionary. Go through each page and you put them in your Anki deck, and every day you learn. It's time consuming if you want to get through the book. So people learn Japanese and then they come back, and they're kind of like all kind of over the story. Like, I've put this off so long. Every time you look at this book, you just feel like this dread on your shoulder, like this weight on your shoulders. So start today. If you don't have a book, just leave a like, comment, and say which books do you recommend for N4 and 5 for beginners. I promise you, if I get enough comments of those and likes on them, I will make an only book with the book company website. For example, you might want to invest in this website over here also, because these books all are mini novels. Amazing mini novels. The font is bigger. It's not that difficult. It's a great start, and you see furigana for absolutely everything. Isn't that beautiful? What you do is you get one of these books online. It may be 1,000 yen, maybe $10, $20, $30, but it's a course on its own. Isseki nicho. So you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You say, what's this? What's this? Can I actually read? What's the overview of the story? Put that into my Anki deck, and when you're done with this book eventually, or if you just get bored of it, you put it aside, but you still go through the Anki deck, right? And the more books you cover, the more kind of topics you cover, and the better. Like, even if it takes you a year to get through this Naruto book, right? Even if it takes you a year, imagine you know all the kanji, all the words and the grammar points in this book in 1 year. That's insane. That is pretty decent work. Now, the good thing is your next book will maybe take 6 months. By the way, this one is thicker. So it might take 6 months, and the next book might take... feels like I'm rambling, but I think you get what I'm saying. And you start with one book or one hobby, even if it's cooking, or if you're into sales, you get a sales book. This book probably is great, but it's not for kids, right? You have to actually go and search, and like in this kanji application, you can write the kanji on the screen. Doesn't matter the stroke order, and it will give you the word, and you select it and you put it in your Anki application, and you can edit it anytime if you think you made a mistake and add sentences. What I'm doing now is, for example, what would I do now after, let's say, 10 years of studying? I would take, oh no, not that. Take this book, because I'm studying computer science and computer related, like programming right now, in Japanese. This is the next level. So you want to learn a new skill. For example, if you want to learn how to play tennis well, or to what skills? To play golf, or to exercise, you can just pick up a book in Japanese regarding to your hobbies. So for example, at the top, what is this? Usually what I struggle with is the name of the people. Like, I don't read a lot of names, I'm very bad at them, and even Japanese people struggle with the names because there are so many combinations. So Shokai, HTML and CSS and JavaScript and Jiteng, you might know this, and you want to know, sorry, there's a bike in the background, you might want to know what's the difference between Jiteng and Jisho, like a dictionary and also another dictionary, like, and then you go search, and then you put that on your Anki. This and that is the difference. Lastly, this is very important. Even if you study the JLPT test, you're not going to know a lot of the baby books or books aimed at a certain generation. For example, hajimete. So hajimete. Now you can see over here new, noon, and like pyong. So it doesn't matter how hard you study, you always have a different generation of Japanese, or hogen, like dialects, you know. So I would suggest, don't try to be a master at Japanese, because it's gonna take over your life. I would suggest, do what you love and stick to it and enjoy the process. If you want to get a job, study specifically for the job, yes, but please include something that that gives you some joy, even if it's a hobby or something you're learning in Japanese. I think that's the end. So I rambled a lot, and now we're gonna sing. That's a joke. Onchi desu.